Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And again, we're teaming up with the Washington State Council of Firefighters because this year, you know what we want to do, man. We got kids that are cold, and we want to put 1,000 new coats on those kids that need them this holiday season. All it takes is $34. That's it. $34 puts a brand new American-made coat on a kid that needs one. And if you can't do the full 34, any amount will do.
Yeah, shout out to Paul D. He said no child should go without a coat. I can't imagine how hard it would be. He donated some money to the cause. Also, Patrick P. Because I've been both homeless as a teen and my parents were very poor growing up. I turned my life around. This is the least I can do. Also, thanks to Ashton, who donated a lot of money, saying I have 3 kids of my own and it hurts my head and my heart to think there's so many kids without a warm coat during the nasty winter months. With love from the Fahim family.
Well, Rockaholics like the Fahim family, man. I'll tell you, you guys really... You humble me because you come to the plate, you get this done for us every year, and it doesn't matter how much you want to donate, and of course, it all goes to help out kids here in the Pacific Northwest. That's what I love about that. If you can't do the full 34, do what you can. If you really don't have any cash, please share it on your social networks. You want more info, you want to donate, go to KISW.com.
Let's play Beat Migs. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs. You're a loser. It is time to beat Migs. Or maybe we can whack him instead.
Whack it.
It's Whack It Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right.
Woo! Gosh, man. It's the holiday incline. No decline for Steve.
Thank you.
We're trying to get him a loss here. If we got somebody that was just a little better, because Steve he's had a couple of rough ones.
He has, but he's always pulled through, and like we always say, a win's a win.
That's right.
So we got to give him that big loss.
But we have the Great White Hope over here, or the Great Pacific Northwest Hope. I'm not sure what to call this guy because I don't know him.
Okay.
But he's a great hope is what I'm saying.
We've got Rick in Renton. Rick, are you there, sir?
I'm here.
All right, we got all of our hopes and prayers with you on this one. What is he playing for today, Steve?
He's playing for tickets to check out the WWE's bringing SmackDown Live to town. It's going to be in Everett at the Angel of the Winds Arena on February 5th, and you can get your tickets before you can buy them because tickets don't go on sale until Friday at 10 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Rick will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Rick, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Ready.
Infantry, cavalry, and artillery cards are key to what Parker Brothers board game?
Risk.
Yes. Lincoln is the capital of what state?
Nebraska.
Yes. Toxophobia is the fear of being what?
Pass.
Over what ocean did Amelia Earhart disappear?
Pacific.
Yes. On a 24-hour clock. Oh, no. On a 12-hour clock, 2200 corresponds to what time?
10 o'clock.
Yes. In Spaceballs, what magic power is taught by the sage yogurt?
Pass.
Which trio released the album Crazy Sexy Cool?
Pass.
Who was the captain of the Enterprise on Star Trek The Next Generation?
The bald guy.
You can do it, number 1.
Pass.
Oh, according to the Bon Jovi song, you give love a what?
Bad name.
Yes. What is the only war fought between Canada and the United States?
Repeat that.
What is the only war fought between Canada and the United States?
The French-Canadian War.
No, that'd probably be the French and Canadians doing that.
I know.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correct.
Oh. By the way, I think you're right. I think it is a 24-hour clock, Rev.
No. I'm on. No, I just on a 12-hour clock. What does 2200 corresponds to what time? So I'm looking for the answer being he got it correct.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I confused myself when I was reading.
I see what you mean. Okay. Yep. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I'm
all right. Gotcha.
kind of an idiot, but that's
You know what? Yeah, you're not kind of an idiot. You really are an idiot.
Okay,
Take full
thanks.
credit.
Okay,
You've done a great job in your life.
Okay, I don't need you to back me up on that right there.
I think no.
Okay?
You've accomplished a lot of idiocy, and I don't think you should be kind of. I think you're a full-fledged idiot. I think you've worked really hard at that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Steve, are you ready?
I want to give a shout out to a texter who says, I'm still doing the Mr. Wacky in my semi. People are looking at me like I've lost my mind.
You see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Whack it.
Keep doing it, buddy. I love it. Infantry, cavalry, and artillery cards are the key to what Parker Brothers board game?
Risk?
Yes. Lincoln is the capital of what state?
Nebraska.
Yes. Toxophobia is the fear of being what?
Cremated.
No.
Buried alive.
No.
Stuffed.
No. Over what ocean did Amelia Earhart disappear?
Atlantic.
No.
Pacific.
Yes. On a 12-hour clock, 2200 corresponds to what time?
10 o'clock.
Yes.
Good job. Thank
In
you.
Spaceballs, what magic power is taught by the sage yogurt?
The Schwartz.
Yes. Which trio released the album Crazy Sexy Cool?
TLC.
Yes. Who is the captain of the Enterprise in Star Trek The Next Generation?
Captain Picard.
Yes.
Wow.
According to the Bon Jovi song, you give love a what?
Bad name.
Yes. What is the only war fought between Canada and the U.S.?
Winter Olympics.
No?
Oh, nice.
I don't know. Civil War.
No.
World War I.
No. It's
World War II.
Your pat answer.
What do you
would've been
always
right.
answer?
The War of 1812.
Indians.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I thought
Steve
for
just
sure.
walked out.
You should hit yourself. Get a piece of paper and hit yourself.
Yeah, hit me, Vicky.
Jeez, I mean, that's the one
I'm
thing.
getting charged for this, but all right.
There you go.
There you
I
go.
only reach.
Well, Steve.
Tall. I'll bend over. Well, never mind.
Okay.
Wow.
Over for me, bitches.
This ends.
Wow.
This ends. I can't believe I didn't guess the one stupid war.
Yeah.
No offense to that war. The one stupid war I always guess.
Well, in spite of that, you win 8-5.
Dang it.
Sorry
So
about that,
sorry,
Rick.
Hey, good luck. Thank you.
Yeah. And how about that? I wore my Captain Picard Make It Snow Christmas shirt right at the time.
It just happened.
that you
I mean,
asked
it's
that
the weird
question.
coincidences.
That's funny.
I feel like I'm greatest in the world. Greatest in the world.
Why are you really the greatest this time?
I got 8 out of 10.
I get 8 right. It's not horrible. Oh, but the dancing I don't need to see.
He's a pretty good dancer.
Is he, though? I don't think we need to
Got
get
moves for days.
Yeah, do you?
No.
Yeah.
The one that both of you missed. Toxophobia is the fear of being what?
Well, I'm going to go with logic on this and fear of being poisoned.
Yes, you are absolutely correct.
Because if something's toxic, it's poison, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking, Stevie.
Yeah, not stuffed.
Oh, I was thinking taxidermy.
Oh, taxophobia.
Okay, I can see where you're going now with that. That makes a little bit more sense there.
Yeah, he's a genius.
Well, he is a genius. He got 8 correct in the win.
Well, from an idiot, that's really high praise.
Okay, thanks.
Full-fledged, by the way, Steve.
He somehow insulted both of us in that.
Yeah,
know,
congratulations. Merry Christmas. All right, caller number 8. Guess what you're doing? You are checking out WWE SmackDown Live at the Angel of the Winds Arena in February. Caller number 8, 206-449-1181. That's 206-449-1181. Caller number 8. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you.
Got another survey, Steve. This one here is what they found is that 20% of us, 1 in 5 people, have forgotten to buy their spouse a Christmas gift. How do you do that?
You have got to be kidding me.
How do you forget to buy your spouse a Christmas gift?
I was trying to think, maybe you guys decided not to get something, but then at that point you haven't forgotten. You just decided not to get each other something. I mean, it's everywhere. Holidays is everywhere. There's constant reminders. You can't forget.
I've forgotten that I bought my spouse a Christmas gift and bought her the same one again.
Oh, that's
And this
that's
was
funny.
this was an expensive purchase. I just did it yesterday.
You bought the same thing twice?
Well, my wife said, "Hey, she says I've got some gifts. Let's just bring them all home, and then the kids can give them to me if they want." I'm like, "Okay." So I brought home a bunch of stuff, and then she sends the kids the list and say, "Here's what I want," with stuff on the list that she already got, and I already brought home. One of them was a pair of boots that wasn't cheap, so I went online. I go, "Well, let's get your mom these boots she wants," and we go get the boots. I order them up, and then I go in the closet and get stuff ready for,
and they're already there.
And there they are. I'm like, So I'm like, oh,
Did
no.
you think for a second that was some fantastic delivery service? Somehow they ended up in your closet already?
Yeah, I was like, these guys are good. And it's one of those companies, they do not, this is why Amazon is so amazing. Other companies really have got to get it down. And this is not a cheap boot company. They go, too bad you ordered and we can't return the order. It says it takes 48 to 72 hours for you to process this. And you can't do a refund in that 48 to 72 hours. So I can't call them. I sent an email.
That seems really sketch.
It is sketch. And it's not a cheap boot company. So I'm kind of pissed, thinking like, well, I guess she's going to get 2 boots. Great.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
That's really weird.
I agree. It's and then, like I said, these aren't cheap boots. It's like, come on, company. I mean, Amazon lets you immediately do a refund or whatever, or cancel the order. These guys, nothing
boots?
like that. No, they're not.
With the goldfish inside of them?
No.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
But I had forgotten that I bought a gift from, I bought a gift for my wife, but 1 in 5 people forget to buy their spouse a gift. Wow. Almost a third of people say they spend more on themselves than they do on their spouse during this holiday season. I think my wife has done that this year.
She spent more on you?
No, she spent more on herself.
Oh.
Yeah. I think she's actually done that. Normally it's me.
Yeah, I always end up spending more. I just get excited, man. Even I tell myself, okay, this is the limit. It's not like as if my wife's going to give me a hard time because I didn't, she's happy with one gift. That would be more than happy. But I get so pumped when I go around like, oh, I know she would like that too. And I start stacking things up and I'm like, oh my God, this is more than I expected. But
oh, wow.
I just love the holidays and the whole opening the gifts. I get a great joy in that.
That's cool. I mean, and that's where people usually, then they go, oh, it's January when they get those bills. Because you're right, I get caught up in the holiday season.
I pay him that moment. I don't buy things on credit cards.
Oh, good for you. You're smart. Yeah,
no.
Oh, wow.
That would be too stressful. I can understand why people freak out come January when they start getting those statements.
Yeah, that's how. See, I do. I buy everything on credit cards just because of the fact I get that cash back. Mm-hmm. But I mean, so when you see the bill come in and go, do
you think the person forgot, but they didn't realize that it was Christmas until that morning, and they're like, crap, stores are closed?
I've known guys like that. I mean, I've just known guys where I go, I don't know what it's like to be that clueless. I just look at the guy, because I've had my buddies go, dude, totally forgot to get my, and I'm like, how are you that clueless? We're inundated since September about the holiday season. I just have no empathy or sympathy for those guys.
I recently bought a gift for a friend, and I bought him this really awesome bottle of whiskey, and it processed and everything, and then they're like, oh, wait, we are out of this. Would you like a different type of whiskey? It's like, no. But because I already bought a gift, I keep thinking I already did. So I keep forgetting to go to the store and buy him something else.
Oh, because they don't have what you want, therefore you really didn't get it.
He wouldn't like the other whiskey?
No, well, this was like a limited edition Hellboy whiskey.
Oh.
And I could only find it in a different state. It costs more to ship it than to buy the whiskey.
Yeah.
So he's not that good of a friend, apparently.
Well, no, it is when I spent that much money on a freaking shipping.
Oh, so it's happening. You did buy it.
I bought it, but they don't have it. Why would they announce it on their website that, hey, yeah, buy it right now. Click, cool, process, cool.
So then you don't have it.
I won't have it.
So, all right, there we go. I'm following Steve. Are you following
Steve?
Trying
to get some of that peanut butter whiskey from our friend Jeremy Roenick.
Screwball whiskey.
Dude. I should do that.
That screwball whiskey sounds, that's the way to go.
That's brilliant, because I don't know what else to get him. And I have that panic that it's going to be Christmas and I'll realize I didn't get him anything.
And if you're not a hockey fan, you have no idea about this peanut butter whiskey at all.
I didn't know about it until we talked to Jeremy Roenick the other day.
That's a great idea. What a great gift idea. Dang it. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't know if we can get it in time, but at least you can, show them a picture. That's what I do.
Let's get a bunch of them, and then hopefully you'll have one left over by Christmas next year.
Right.
Yeah, or one for Steve and I. Maybe 2. One for Steve, one for me. I'll take it. When it comes to a spouse's gift, 70% of couples set an agreed limit on how much they should spend. Do you guys have any of that? Anybody no?
This year we said, hey, let's tone it down just because we went a little nuts for Disney World and Universal Studios.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was a massive kick in the D financially.
Yeah, Disney World, trying to do those parks do kill you. You really, there's no way you can't overspend at those places.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's seriously insane how much they charge.
That's why they're
I look at all these families, and I'm just like, Would they cash on their 401k to be able to pull this off?
That's why I could only take Joey that one year. Kathy stayed home with Sarah because it was just, there's no way the four of us could do it with the budget that we had all those years ago.
And I always love the discount that they give if they're like, okay, well, adults is like whatever, $180, but for kids, $160.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Wow.
Thanks, Mickey.
Sweet.
You're so good
I can
to me.
afford an appetizer now at one of your overpriced restaurants.
Yeah.
And it's
F
only
you,
up
Goofy.
it's only up to like 3. That's the best part too, because like Lily, we have to pay like full price for.
No.
I think it's like 3 or 4, or maybe it's 10. I don't know, but it's something really young, and I'm like, come on, guys.
That's how they do. Because look, you're bringing kids to they got to get full price for the real product, which is the kid.
I think if you're too small to ride any of the rides, you should be able to get in for free.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I agree with that. Yeah, I do, because you're not getting any use of the park at all. You're just looking around going, oh, look, that side. I mean, yeah, if you can't ride the rides, damn. All right, we're looking back at our favorite moments of the past year. We're calling it the best that we could do for 2018. And yeah, you're going to hear it. And look, if you're not, really overwhelmed by it, well, yeah, because it's the best that we could do. And at 9:17, you're going to get a sample of that almost greatness on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It is the best that we could do. Brought to you by Steve.
Yes.
Those fine folks at the Shane Company. Boom. Yes, Tom and his son. I can't remember his son's name now. Oh, I got to remember.
Rorik.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Tom and Rorik. Father-son combo. I like that. I love a guy who's working with his kids.
Rorik.
That's a great name, Rorik. Damn. So that's the best that we could do. That's what we're doing all week, where we are giving you the best that we could do for 2018. And this one here comes from all the way back in March, where I came across some old audio of my kids. Oh, yeah. This is a good one.
This was pretty awesome because you were going through your old iPod, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And you had random audio clips of your kids talking on the radio, or when you just put a microphone in front of them that was on your iPod.
Yeah, I was, we had camcorders back when the kids were young, but my wife and I never had that. But because I was on the radio, I said, well, I'm always going to have audio recordings. And so I would multiply, during lots of Christmases, I would just put the microphone and do interviews with my kids, thinking this will be cute for them to listen back to over the years. So I had all this old audio that I would do with my kids. Every holiday season, I just go grab the microphone. Most people were getting video cameras out even back then, but I was the radio guy, so all I did was just grab a microphone. And I would interview my kids and try to get my wife on there, which was always a difficult thing because she was really mic shy. And
this all stemmed because Sarah shared how she was excited to be on the radio when she was a kid singing Spice Girls, only to find out that you were making fun of her.
Yeah. And
devastated the poor girl.
She believed then and to this day that she did a great job and she had a great rendition of the Spice Girls. And I was like, honey, you have no idea how bad it was.
Oh, hey, I still thought it was good. Okay.
Oh, Sarah.
Yeah, well, if you missed it. yeah, there's old Sarah.
Hello.
How old were you? 6-ish, I think?
Yep, yeah, 6 or 7.
So this is Sarah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hard to think that you're the ham that you are right now.
Sounded drunk at 6 and still drunk at 26.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, if you missed this great audio of Sarah, which she thought was a singing performance that would lead to her getting on big shows, here's actually how her Spice Girls rendition went down.
Now you know how I feel.
We don't know.
Say you can handle my love. Are you for real? Are you for real? Now I'm going to my precious time. If you really bug me.
Okay, thank you very much, girls.
That's
wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was coming up something.
WCML.
There you go.
Rochester.
Keep going.
Yeah, that's lovely, delightful Sarah at 6 years old and her friends.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so there's more audio because I had a whole big file on my phone, which I didn't realize. And so this audio is from back when Sarah was 3 years old. And she said, you know what? At 3, Dad, I'm going to sing a song into the microphone.
Sarah, you're 3 years old, and I'm in the living room right now doing some laundry, and you've decided you were going to do a musical act, and you've been singing a whole bunch of songs. And here you are, little sweetheart. You're 3, and you're singing Foo.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, up above the little star. Like the time for the Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Who's Finkel?
Up above the little star.
Wow, honey.
You know lyrics like I know lyrics now.
So good.
I can't believe that American Idol hasn't called her yet. Yeah.
Finkel Char.
Yeah, well, at 3 years old, she really had it down.
But that melody, I got that.
You did get
Did you
that.
hear that? Yep.
Finkel.
And seriously, dude.
You got a Finkel in your eyes while listening to this.
I did.
Now, I don't want to mislead you guys. I mean, Sarah, of course, had a lot of talent in the singing, but she wasn't the only talent.
Oh, wait.
I don't want to mislead you guys.
Do you think we just heard what we heard?
We had a very talented family. Let me tell you this. Sarah, I mean, with the great voice. Joey was, of course, he was great with musical instruments.
No.
He was a trumpet player.
What? Go on the trumpet, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find out what you play. Hot cross buns? All right, here you go, Joe. Oh, jingle bells for the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Quick, come on. Hurry up. Just go ahead, go.
Come on. No.
Yeah, let's hear it for Joey. Big round of applause.
Yeah, sounds like me in the background.
Thank you.
What's wrong with you, Joe?
Okay, man. I've matured a lot in my old age.
Yeah, my kids had delusions of grandeur. They really did. Yeah. They both had delusions of grandeur. They really did.
How's that trumpet playing now, Joe?
Yeah.
I no longer own a trumpet.
You don't have the trumpet anymore?
No. I got bored of that real quick.
But you had such potential.
Yeah, so much potential.
Yet another year comes to a close and they're still not fired. It's the best that we could do on BJ and Migs, 99.9 KISW.
Damn.
Wow.
That was fantastic.
Joe crushed me. Joe crushed me listening to that again. I forgot how great he was on
And
the
did you hear him?
trumpet.
Did you hear him at the end? He's like, when I said, Joe, he's like, thank you. Like he's thinking that people would think that was an amazing performance.
Oh my gosh,
My
it's the greatest
kids were
clip
high.
ever.
They were high, both of them.
I'm having a natural high right now.
Oh man, gosh, it's so good. It's fun to listen back to those things. It is the best that we can do for 2018. Now, back in March, we had the NHL Seattle ownership group in studio.
That's right, the Oakview Group.
Tim Lywicki and film producer Jerry Bruckheimer, they were in our studio. And of course, at the time, we were keeping our fingers crossed. We had no idea that we would know now. I mean, we had a slight idea. We had a good idea. But of course, now it's exciting to play this because we do indeed have an NHL team. But back in March, these guys were putting the big push on. And, Jerry Bruckheimer was so serious that he even said, look, Steve, we're going to bring a team to Seattle. And you know what? You're going to get a spot on this team, Steve.
BJ, as you know, I'm a huge hockey fan, and our next guests are clearly the greatest men in the world.
Can you call my wife?
I will. I'll text her. I'll call her.
It's important that she hears this.
Facebook Messenger. Please welcome to the show from the Oakview Group, Tim Lywicki and Jerry Bruckheimer.
Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. It's a thrill to be here.
Dude, I moved here 20 years ago. I was like, one day it'll be awesome if we have a hockey team. I kept
I
thinking.
understand one of you are goalies here.
The weird one, me. Yes,
Okay,
of course. If you're a goalie, you got to be weird.
You're going to be the third goalie, so look out.
Well, that answers my third question.
There you go.
I was going to say, I think you need a 43-year-old beer league hockey goalie as a practice goalie or as a fill-in when you guys have an injury or an illness or whatever it may be.
No, I have a friend who plays with us, and he's the third goalie for the Kings, and he goes to every single game. He gets free tickets. He hasn't played yet, but if the two goaltender goes out, he's in there.
I'm sold.
I'm not giving you free tickets. All right, I'm just setting it down right now.
No, I don't need free tickets. Tim, if I'm sitting on the bench, I don't need tickets, right?
Okay. All right. Well, there's the deal to me. By the way, those are the most expensive seats.
I'll take a jersey and I'll buy the ticket. How about that? He says third goalie.
Yeah.
I keep on telling Jerry, stop giving the tickets away.
We got this on audio. Jerry Bruckheimer says that I'm the third goalie.
Hey,
I'm the third goalie.
Okay, I think Jerry's, you know what? I mean, Jerry's had a couple of successes in his life. I think he gets to make these decisions.
He does, unfortunately. I'm overruled.
I got no problem with that. Tim, the team doesn't even have a name, but you have your third goalie.
We have our third goalie. We really should cancel the season ticket deposit campaign.
Yeah,
we got our third goalie.
We got the third goalie.
Right.
We're good. We're going to go back to the commissioner going, the deposit campaign didn't go well, but we got a third goalie.
Well, I Vegas didn't have a third goalie to start out with. Now Seattle does.
Good history.
That's the question. They'll go, so you get that Miggs kid yet? If you don't have that Miggs kid, we're not going to get this done. That Steve kid in Seattle, is he the third goalie? All right, you're in.
That also puts a little pressure on you guys because, for the longest time you get an expansion team. Yeah,
we got you. We're good.
I could step in.
We're good.
I'm good for a good 9 goals against average for you guys. Only one period, though. You got to pull me after that. But, you know, I mean, like, in the past, you could be like, oh, it's an expansion team. Give them a few years. But, man, Vegas has just changed that whole
So make your
mentality.
deal. If it goes well, Jerry and I will come back and make sure you get into training camp for one of the skates.
Okay.
Sold.
Right.
Sold.
We have a deal here.
Oh,
our
wow.
coach, I'm sure whoever our future coach is, he'll be so happy we just made this commitment.
Oh, he's going to love me. I bring a lot of energy to the locker room. My dog Lulu will come with me.
Oh, the work ethic.
I'm stealing Lulu.
She loves belly rubs.
She's gone. I'm taking her with me.
Well, I don't know if I can make that trade. This is really good. My wife might be very mad at me.
Yeah, but she's got to understand. Okay, this is your big shot, man. This is your big chance.
It's the best that we can do on BJ and Migs. 99.9 KISW.
That is it, baby. The best
See
that
you
we
at training
can do.
camp. See you at training camp.
You're in.
First draft pick.
Yeah, we have to wait. We have to wait a year longer than we thought, Steve. But that's all right. They got it. We'll just make sure that we play that message for him and go, now Steve gets to go to training camp, right?
Remember, guys? Remember
that Steve guy? Awesome, of course. What a great celebration as we end this year knowing that, in fact, an NHL team is coming to Seattle, and that is, Steve. That's a wintertime present right there.
I know. It's just now the torture of waiting until 2021.
Yeah, you're right. But
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Plus, everything leading up to it, there's going to be a lot of milestones, I'm sure. The naming of the team, the jerseys, seeing the development of the new whatever arena that's going to be.
Where they're going to place me on the billboard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot
featuring our backup to the backup goalie.
Oh, but right now, you're going to be the biggest star they have on the team. We're not going to know a lot of people, right?
I'm the only guy on the team.
Yeah, that's right. So you got to be featured front and forward. You're the only guy. That's true.
I'm the face of the franchise, BJ.
You're the
awesome would
first
that be?
team member. Oh my God.
Right. We have audio proof. I'm their very first pick. Someone put that in Wikipedia.
We need to make a mock-up. Once we know the team name and the jersey, we need to make a mock-up.
Like a billboard.
And then show them what their first advertisement should look like here.
Or we get a GoFundMe going, and we raise enough money to get one billboard.
I like this idea. Yeah,
that would end the relationship.
Yeah, that won't irritate the NHL at all.
Or they'll get a good kick out of it.
I hope they do, Steve. I'm going to let you make that call, and I'm going to try to distance myself from any legal ramifications.
Unleash the Kraken.
That's it.
With Migs.
Ooh, yeah. With Migs. It is the best that we can do for 2018. As we continue to look back on our favorite moments of the past year, we're going to do that at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's the best that we can do for 2018. This was a fun interview that we had. Back in July, Billy Bob Thornton was in town with his band called the Boxmasters.
That's right.
And we got
Bremerton at the Admiral Theater.
Yeah. And it was a fun interview as we got to talk to Billy Bob on the show. Please welcome to the show, Billy Bob Thornton
and J.D. Andrew.
Yeah, welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, how's it going this morning?
It's going very, very well. Going very, very well. I got to tell you, Billy Bob, J.D., I had heard that, Billy Bob, I'd heard you were doing music, and I vaguely remember when the Boxmasters got together, but I hadn't really listened to a lot of music. So yesterday, of course, I'm like, all right, I got to throw the album on, and man, oh man, am I late to this party. What a great album, guys. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate that. Yeah, it's definitely a top-down album, yeah.
I tell you, Billy Bob and JD, I'm going to throw some names out there of what it reminded me of. I definitely felt a little ZZ Top. I was thinking a little Blues Traveler. And Billy Bob, man, it was reminiscent of a man who's no longer with us. But boy, your song stylings really reminds me of Warren Zevon. And it put a smile on my face because I just love Warren's music. And just hearing your voice really made me think of some good stuff. I hope those are compliments to you because I love those guys.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, no doubt about it. As a songwriter, I was influenced by Warren also. I was good friends with Warren.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were neighbors back in the late 80s, early 90s, and I knew Warren very well. As a matter of fact, I sang background vocals on his last album.
Oh, damn. I didn't realize that. Well, how do you not get influenced by that great man?
Oh, yeah. He was something else, I'll tell you.
Billy, I'd love to ask you, because I know you've been a lifelong music fan, and music's been your passion as well. And here in Seattle, of course, we're rich with great music history. Were any of the Seattle bands the type of music that struck your fancy? Were you into any of the Pearl Jams or Alice in Chains? And if so, which ones were the ones that you were digging?
Yeah, I mean, I listened to all that music when it first came out, and I always thought it was a great sound, and it definitely had its own thing too. It's like, different areas have their own vibe, and Seattle absolutely had its own vibe. But, yeah, I'm a fan of all those bands, and of course, going back, Hendrix had his connection to this area, and maybe a lot of people back, on the East Coast and places like that don't always realize what an impact Seattle's had on music, but it really has.
One of the things, and this is going to be probably the dumbest question anyone's ever asked you, Billy, and I hope you don't get annoyed by me, but I have to ask you.
It won't be.
Okay. Well, you haven't heard it yet. So you mentioned how when you first moved to Hollywood, you started working at Shakey's Pizza, and you worked there for an extended period of time. What's your take on pineapple on pizza? This is the big debate with everybody these days. You've worked in the pizza industry.
Oh, listen, first of all, that's not a dumb question at all. I get that question 100%, and it's so much better than things I've heard before. And I'm not big on the pineapple and pizza thing.
We might have to end this interview. I think it might have to be over. I can't believe this is what it's going to. This is the rift right here.
JD, good luck with your band, man. I don't know if I can talk with you guys anymore.
I think that JD guy is really the quality of the Boxmasters. Now we know where the true talent lies.
I'm glad I got to ask you that question and know that it's not the dumbest question. What was the dumbest question that someone's ever asked you?
Ooh. Oh gosh, there's so many. I remember one time a guy asked me. I don't remember what the question was, but he asked me a question that, first of all, he wasn't supposed to ask me because it's really deeply personal, and he'd been told, let's keep this, kind of professional. And so he asked me, and in response to him, I said, I'm all I can tell you is that I'm Benjamin Franklin, so I don't know how to answer that question. And he said, what? I said, I'm Benjamin Franklin. He said, you think you're reincarnated from Benjamin Franklin? I said, no, I was Benjamin Franklin in 1776, and I'm Benjamin Franklin now. I don't know if you'd call it reincarnation. And after that, just because I wouldn't answer the guy's stupid question, for years after that, it was in the press that I thought I was reincarnated from Benjamin Franklin. So you kind of have to be careful what you say, because then that becomes a thing,
Oh man! Well, I love that answer. Well, I'll tell you what, man. You guys have been great. Billy Bob, anytime you ever want to call the show, JD, you guys, anytime you want to call any project you're working on, we just love talking to you guys, and we love promoting all the good stuff you do. So feel free to come on the show anytime.
We'll take you up on that. It's been really great.
It's our version of everyone getting a participation trophy. It's the best that we could do on BJ and Migs, 99.9 KISW.
The best that we could do for 2018 on Halloween for the second year in a row. Steve decided to surprise us, really me, on air with his Halloween costume, and this was pretty epic, I have to say.
2 years ago, I came in as Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
And with the Hulk Hogan music, and really kind of freaked you out.
Yeah, that was great. This year, you promised me. You did promise me I would love your Halloween costume, and this year, you did not disappoint as you dressed up as a 4-year-old version of yourself.
I know.
Oh, boy.
What the heck was that?
Oh, boy.
Is that... What? What is this? Oh my God.
You guys can't see this.
Oh, that is awesome.
Steve just did the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Steve, you win Halloween. That's right. What do you think, BJ? You like my costume now? So, Steve, would you like to describe?
Oh, this is so awesome.
What you just came in as, because you were a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. You were Donatello.
Which is what I thought. He said I was going to be so happy with it. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I know. I'm like, I can't believe you thought that was my costume.
Well, I know. I thought you're just so lame. I figured, okay, that's your costume.
I am.
God.
What do you think? I'm 4, maybe 5 years old?
You're 4 years old.
You're a preschooler there. I am Steve Miggs from the past.
Oh, dude.
When I was dressed up as a cowboy. That picture that's on my Instagram, it's been everywhere. We'll share it again.
The red hat, the red shirt, the little shortalls, the little 6-shooter on his side.
You know what?
Shoes now make sense.
Well, see, I was on the right track. You know, Steve, I know, has other stuff. That's why he wore those dress shoes, I didn't understand. But they matched the dress shoes he had on when he was a 4-year-old wearing his little cowboy outfit. Dude, that is so ridiculously awesome.
Isn't it?
Oh, because you've got that picture, I think you win Halloween. That picture.
I'm Steve from 40 years ago.
It's so true. Oh, my God. If anybody knows, you know, when you're a little kid.
Steve wore it better.
The parents always dressed you like in the sailor suit or the cowboy outfit. That was like every 60s, 70s, early 80s outfit. It seemed like every parent would put their kid in a sailor suit, a little cowboy outfit.
Like you're even in, like 4-year-old you is wearing brown boots, which you are now, with the socks pulled up, white socks.
Oh, my God, that's crazy.
I had to go buy white socks. I don't even own white socks. So yesterday I had to go buy white socks.
That is too great. That is too much.
Oh, gun?
Got the little gun, too. Oh, my gosh, dude, that is hysterical. Oh, my God, that is awesome. You're right, dude. You said I would love your costume when I told you.
Isn't this fantastic?
His costume is the best. You know what? I can't believe I'm smiling on Halloween. I usually hate this holiday.
You did it. You broke him. Congratulations.
You did. You broke me.
I put this on last night to show it to my wife, and she was in tears laughing.
Yeah, it is. Because you're so tall, you look so awkward in that outfit.
I know.
It's so great.
I feel awkward as all hell.
Oh, I love this.
I hope I don't have to go to the bathroom for the rest of the morning.
Oh, my God, is that a great outfit?
It does accurately reflect your mental age.
Yes. And I got to go to the gym. Please go like this. What's up, boys? You here to get swole? Yeah. The Cowboys here to work out.
Oh, my God. Dressed as 4-year-old Steve. It is the greatest outfit. Are you taking a picture and sending that to your parents?
Oh, yeah.
You've got to. Oh, my God.
I feel like I'll get the same text I got when my dad saw that I was doing the professional wrestling thing. And he'll just say, Steve, what is wrong with you?
Yet another year comes to a close and they're still not fired. It's the best that we could do on BJ and Migs, 99.9 KISW.
Yeah, such an awesome outfit. So good.
And I went back home and I saw all these pictures and I realized I have a lot of pictures of me in overalls. I think that was my fashion.
That was your thing.
Well, that was my mom's thing because I clearly didn't pick this stuff out.
Time to bring it back, Steve.
Fashion jorts.
Yeah, get those jorts
summer.
Do it, buddy.
I'm doing it.
All right, here's a big question. What do Ryan Castle and a baseball bat have in common? You're going to find out at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. He's the drunk in charge. Now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a baseball bat have in common?
Smacking balls, BJ.
Smacking those balls! Smack them!
Ball smacker.
One texter says they both swing it, Steve.
Yeah.
They both have knots in their wood.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
They both have a lot of contact with balls.
That's the
I had a feeling that was where we were going.
balls will be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, balls will be in there. They both like tar spread on them. And there's a little bit of that.
Pine tar.
Yeah. Okay. They both like good wood.
Sticky wood.
Yeah, that's it.
Both like sweaty man hands on them.
There you go.
They both swing the lumber.
We could do this all day.
Yeah, you could. How about Chad from Michigan? He's 33.
What's up, Chad?
Has an old car that constantly breaks down on him, and late last month he was sick of it, so he went into complete rage mode. Don't know what kind of car it is, but he was in the parking lot, had some sort of issue. That's when he pulled out a baseball bat.
And put it in the tailpipe.
Yep. He Lucille'd it to death, my friends.
Oh, wow.
Beat the crap out of it, yeah.
That's very rational.
Yeah, he was drunk. Cops came. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Ryan Castle, on the other hand, he's a good thing.
And he has a wiffle ball bat.
Yeah, he does. And a 12-pack.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
We had so many ornaments, and we decided to go with like a ribbon type of a thing around the tree. That's that kind of remove some of the real estate, and I like it a lot better. It's a lot less clutter.
You don't have a crappy tree, that's why. Ours is a fake one that we bought probably like 37 years ago. We bought it at basically Walmart. And it was
keep something like that.
It was our first thing we bought as a couple when we were, got married.
Wow, okay.
Wow, so she's lasted longer in the house than your wife. That's amazing.
I know, it's so true.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.